So I thought you guys would want to see what the castings came out like today from the Mattel Fighting Man molds. From the Mattel, I guess it was a thing maker back in the day to make little green army men. But here we go, here's one of them. He came out pretty good. His helmet is removable. I'm happy with the color, and there's some other little parts like one of these Fidel Castro style hats that the Army used, probably late 50s. It's even got a winter cap, which took me a while to figure out what it was. I thought it was a helmet liner or something, but it's a winter ear flaps kind of cap. I guess the Korean War was still kind of in the psyche of the times for these Army men toys when they came out for kids, so a lot of winter fighting. They have everything in the accessory kit. There's even a little tiny radio. This particular piece did not come out too good, but I'm pretty happy with the rest of it. In future castings, I'll wire up a armature. It's made to actually accept a wire armature. I didn't do that because I was just trying to figure out which sort of material I'm going to use. And anytime I've cast a wire into things, there's always an issue with it drifting towards the surface. So I have to devise a way to suspend it in the true center of the mold. But I thought you'd like to see how they come out of the mold. And the key with all of this is to use a good mold release and make sure that it doesn't permanently bond to your metal mold, or tooling as it's sometimes known in the industry. But I pull up a little edge. This particular casting compound is called Smooth-On's Task 16. But they pull right out. And look at that, those are tank treads. Now if I had done these in black or something, they'd look a lot better. I don't know what these went with the toy. I don't see any full tank molds out there, but still pretty cool stuff to have for your accessories and whatnot. So the other things in this particular mold are half of a 55-gallon drum, which I guess you could cast two of them up and then glue them together. But they pop right out. They look a heck of a lot better than my castings yesterday, which that material was just old. And the scales are a little off too with these accessories. This definitely looks like 1/32 scale, this drum. And this guy, he's closer to like 1/20th maybe. But I thought you'd want to see the parts. They're a lot of fun. I do plan on casting some more and then ultimately perfecting my technique here. So once I get those wires in there, these guys will be posable. But I'm happy with the color, and it's fun. Some of the parts, they need to be done in something a little more rigid. I'm guessing this is a cannon barrel, a tank barrel, but of course this is too floppy. But however, this spare tire is just fine. All I gotta do is trim this. And if I have a toy Jeep or model Jeep of the same scale, or a cargo truck, I can load it full of tires, and they work just great. This Task 16 it's a rubber, but it's kind of rigid, as you can see, but it's also flexible if you work it. So for example, here the Army man, he holds his shape just fine. but if I had a wire armature in there, he's posable. So I'd say this was successful, and I'm going to continue on until I refine everything. I have no idea what this part is. If any of you guys know this from when you were a kid and you had this toy, it's a cool texture. I assume maybe it's a display base, but I don't know. It doesn't make much sense. But then again, in the toy world, did it really need to make sense? Okay guys, take care.